Hey guys, today I'm going to talk about the best ways to get free charging for your Tesla Model 3, so if you're interested, stay tuned. So obvious ways first, you can use an app like ChargePoint and you can filter by free stations, and most likely there's not going to be very many that come up, but if some do come up, go ahead and use those. But just make sure that you look at the notes for those particular stations because they might be filtered as free, but they might not be free to the public. So it all depends on basically what the setting is for that particular station. So if we take a look at the ChargePoint app here, basically I've basically picked up a couple that are free in my area. So here's the first one. So basically this is like the city of Dublin, where kind of around where I live. And so I'm filtering on, actually I'm not filtering on free, but I know this one will come up if you filter on free. Actually, let's just do that. So if we filter on free, so this one pops up here. This is like the city of Dublin. And so you can see it says free, but if you actually look in the actual, so price set is free by Chapeau Las Positas College. It's a JC around here. But if you actually go down to the notes and the tips, it says you need a permit to charge here, not for public use. Parking spot says permit required. So just because it filters on, the filter is free, it may not actually be free. So when you're looking at these, just be careful of that. Another example is the local Honda dealership has a quote unquote free charger. But if you look at it, station info not for public use. So obviously it's for Honda and whatever they are using it for. So just be careful when you're looking around at these, that if it says free, make sure you look at the notes and the station notes and see if it's actually free or not. So if we take a look at a couple other ones, I went over to this one over on the peninsula. So this is Intuit's campus. So Intuit, like the tech company Intuit that makes TurboTax. So these ones say free, and they actually are free. Price set by Intuit is free. And the notes just don't really say anything about no like gates. That's another one too. Basically it might say free, but it might be behind a gate. I saw one the other day that had free, but it was hidden behind a gate. So it's not really free unless you have the code to the gate or you live in that community. Anyway, so this one is totally free. This particular campus has like, I don't know, about 5 chargers. And I know they're actually free, these ones, because I've actually charged there before. So like I said, just make sure that you look at the notes and if it says free, make sure the notes also say free or not permitted or something like that. Another obvious one would be work. So I get free charging at work. Obviously, you're going to know if you get free charging at work, and if you don't, ask your property management at your work and they can tell you. So that's another easy one. Another good one could be destination chargers. So let's say you are going to, you're staying at a hotel overnight. Maybe there's a Tesla destination charger or just another level 2 charger that they have there that they will let you charge for free if you're, patronizing their business or their establishment. So there could be that too. Or maybe if you're shopping somewhere, one of the incentives to shop at their place would be free charging for a limited amount of time. So just look out for those level 2 type chargers and you might be able to get some free charging while you're doing some shopping or something like that. So that's a perfect segue into my next free charger, which would be Volta. So if you've heard of this company, they have select locations. They're not everywhere. There's a bunch on the West Coast. There's a bunch on the East Coast. They're all over the country, but in select places. And so their business model is basically free. So the reason why they have free charging as their business model is they make their money off the ads on the actual charger screens. And so they have them also set up in strategic locations. So mostly they're in retail locations. That way, basically the goal is that you go to the retail spot, and buy stuff. So the incentive to go to this plaza to go shopping is so you can get the free charging. So that's another great way to get free charging if you can find one of those chargers in your area. Another good option is the website PlugShare, and they also have an app. And on this app, you can also filter by free chargers. But another good thing about this one is that since users will actually input like, hey, here's a charging station, or, put in notes here, you can actually find chargers that are off the grid per se. So like ChargePoint, they're all on the grid because you have a ChargePoint app. It tells you exactly who's using it and where the location is. Well, so PlugShare actually, since it's users actually report the spots. There's others like secret spots that you can get, and which I'm calling off the grid. So basically there is a off the grid station near my house here. And so basically I use that one as a test. And so it actually does come up on PlugShare as free chargers. So that's a really nice one too, that you can find kind of like secret ones or not so, hopefully not as heavily used chargers on this site. The only bad thing about it is that since it's off the grid, it means that you're not going to be able to see if anybody's there. So the only way you're going to be able to try and get free charging is if you actually show up at the location. So that could be a risk depending on how many chargers there are. But if there's a lot of them and you live close, go for it. It's not going to cost you that much time if they're all taken. And the last way is if you like treasure hunting, you can use the ChargePoint app. And basically, if you know your area well enough, you can just search your area and look at the actual chargers. And some of them will actually be free for a limited amount of time. So it's kind of like an incentive to go shopping at this, that particular establishment or be somewhere that they might give you free charging in exchange for actually, doing business with them. So again, if we take a look at my local Target on the ChargePoint app, you'll see that it doesn't say free where you go to charging info, but if you see the set price is $0 estimated for 2 hours. So if you go down a little bit more, first 2 hours is free, but then thereafter they charge $2 an hour. So basically this is, like an incentive to go shopping there. You plug in, spend money at Target, and it's kind of a win-win situation. Or if you don't like treasure hunting, you can do the same thing on the PlugShare app and website. But basically just make sure that when you filter by free, that it's, you got to figure out how long it's going to be free for. Is it unlimited free or is it free for a certain amount of time? So just make sure you look into that when you're doing the filter by free on PlugShare. So hopefully some of these ways will help you find free charging in your area to help you save even more money with your EV. Do you find it's worth it to spend time on these apps to try and find free charging to save even more money than you're already saving? Or are you the type of person that just says, screw it, I'm going to the closest supercharger because it's fast and it's convenient and it's easy? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And thanks for watching.